Many people spend their entire lives growing plants indoors without ever seeing them bloom. But when just one of these 6 plants starts to flower, it might quietly signal a turning point in your fortune, wealth, and even your life, without you realizing it. Hello, I am Master Quan. These days, many families grow plants inside their homes simply to create a sense of greenery and freshness. However, most do not realize that some plants can actually activate a shift in prosperity. When these particular plants go a long time without blooming, the energy flow in the home can become stagnant. Money comes in slowly, flows out quickly, and luck becomes unstable, all without anyone noticing. What is truly worth paying attention to is that there are exactly 6 types of plants that rarely bloom, but when they do, it is a sign that the energy in your home is entering a radiant phase, where wealth gathers more easily, health becomes more balanced, and your spirit feels lighter. Many households unknowingly miss this special moment, and as a result, the good fortune arrives but does not stay for long. Before we dive in, take a moment to leave a comment with a powerful affirmation to bring positive energy into your home. Prosperity is opening up and flowing into my home every single day. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a Feng Shui tip that can help strengthen and grow your family's financial well-being. So, which plants, when they bloom, can truly light up the prosperity of your home? These might seem like ordinary houseplants, but each carries its own unique power in Feng Shui. Let us dive in and explore. Maybe there is a sign of fortune blooming in your home right now that you have been overlooking. The first plant, the ZZ plant. The ZZ plant is unique because it does not grow quickly. Every new leaf is the result of a long, steady, and consistent cycle of energy accumulation. Once the plant reaches maturity, usually after 5 to 6 years, its stems and roots have gathered enough vitality to produce flowers. The blooms of the ZZ plant are rare, and this rarity makes the flowering moment a significant sign. It means that the environment around the plant, light, temperature, humidity, and the airflow inside your home, has reached a rare state of balance. A home where the ZZ plant blooms is usually one with stable energy. There is no conflict, no stagnation, and the energy in every corner of the house flows in harmony. When the flower appears, it marks the plant's breakthrough phase after years of slow accumulation. This energy shift spreads throughout the living space. The home becomes brighter, the atmosphere feels lighter, and problems that once felt stuck often begin to resolve more easily. This is not mystical, it is the natural effect of a balanced and positive environment in Shui. When the energy in your home is aligned, people tend to make better decisions, manage money more clearly, and spot new opportunities more easily. As a result, cash flow, career progress, and abundance all have room to grow. This is why a blooming ZZ plant is such a powerful sign that prosperity and energy is shifting in a positive direction. The location of the plant plays a huge role in whether it will bloom. The southeast corner of the living room is often considered the most stable and energy-rich spot in a home. Placing the ZZ plant there allows it to receive soft but steady light and gentle airflow. This kind of space creates the ideal foundation for the plant's roots and stems to grow evenly, helping its energy accumulation to stay consistent. Also, the lush green presence of a ZZ plant in the southeast area supports visual balance in the living room, making the whole space feel more harmonious and breathable, something modern Feng Shui always emphasizes. One important note, avoid placing the ZZ plant right next to the main entrance. The front door is where energy moves in and out most forcefully, which can sweep away the energy the plant has been building up. In such a turbulent zone, the plant's stem becomes weaker, the roots grow slower, and the leaves lose their fullness, making it much harder to bloom. This does not only affect the plant. A poor placement can stop energy from collecting in the living room, which makes the home feel less grounded. Just by moving the plant a little further inside, to where the air is calmer and flows more slowly, it will absorb energy better, grow stronger, and have a higher chance of blooming. When the plant stands strong, the energy around it becomes stable. And when the energy is stable, your household's fortune has a greater chance to settle and grow rather than scatter. The second plant, The dumb cane. The dumb cane is mostly known as a decorative plant, with its mix of green and white leaves adding a calming and elegant feel to any space. However, most people only appreciate its appearance and are unaware that this plant can actually bloom once it reaches a certain level of maturity, usually after 1 to 2 years in the right conditions. When it does bloom, it is a sign that the living environment is in a pretty ideal state: moderate lighting, comfortable temperature, and air that is not overly stuffy. This provides the foundation for energy in the home to move smoothly without heaviness or gloom. When the dumb cane blooms, the most noticeable change is the sense of freshness it brings to the space. The flower itself is not flashy, but its subtlety symbolizes a quiet rise in both financial and emotional well-being. Many people notice that when the plant is blooming, unfinished plans start to move forward. Small pieces of good news show up more often. The atmosphere in the home feels less tense, and conversations among family members become gentler. In modern Feng Shui terms, this means when your living environment becomes clean and harmonious enough for a leaf-only plant to start blooming, it is also the time when invisible blockages begin to loosen, allowing prosperity and opportunity to knock on your door more easily. In terms of home arrangement, the dumb cane works best in spaces that need softness, balance, and a sense of ease. The east or southeast side of the living room is ideal, as these areas are often linked with growth, health, and financial flow. Place the plant somewhere with diffused light, not under direct sun, and it will grow evenly, with bright leaves and a higher chance of flowering. Its signature green and white coloring reflects light gently, softening any heaviness in that corner of the house. This makes the space feel more open, benefiting everyone living there. From a Feng Shui perspective, this is how families can reduce that suffocating feeling of financial tightness that so many people struggle with. On the flip side, do not place the dumb cane in dark, damp areas or places with stagnant energy, like near bathrooms, storage corners, or airless spaces. In those places, the plant tends to grow slowly, with dull leaves, frequent illness, and little chance of blooming. That reflects a deeper truth. Those zones are not helping the energy in your home circulate properly. Just by moving the dumb cane to a brighter, more visible spot where family members often walk past or sit to relax, you will feel the difference. The space will feel fresher, moods will lighten, and a sense of hope or financial path forward becomes much clearer. When a healthy dumb cane unexpectedly blooms, it is a very real sign that your home is entering a phase of prosperous energy. It is the perfect time for the homeowner to reassess spending, organize finances, and set a more positive life direction. The third plant, the fragrant dracaena. The fragrant dracaena is considered a pillar of stability in modern Feng Shui. Its upright stems and long, thick leaves give a grounded and strong feel to your living space. This plant does not change quickly. It grows steadily year after year and only begins forming flowers when the environment reaches a perfect balance: moderate light, smooth airflow, and a peaceful atmosphere. This blooming process can take anywhere from 5 to 10 years. And that long wait makes the flowering moment a powerful symbol that the energy in your home is moving in a stable and long-term positive direction. When the fragrant dracaena blooms, it is not the look of the flower that surprises people. It is the gentle scent it releases at night. The fragrance is soft yet deep, helping to calm the mind after a long day. If the home environment is clean and open enough for the scent to flow freely, that is proof the air inside is easy to breathe, not heavy or trapped. A space like this has a direct effect on people's well-being. Thoughts become clearer, financial pressure feels lighter, and the ability to see a clear path forward in your work improves significantly. A blooming fragrant dracaena is not just the result of care. It is a signal that your home is entering a fortunate period, perfect for making plans and moving forward in life. Where you place this plant greatly affects its ability to bloom and deliver its Feng Shui benefits. The fragrant dracaena prefers areas with soft energy movement, such as a bright hallway, a passage between two rooms, or a shared living space where people often walk by. In these areas, the plant receives steady airflow, helping its roots grow strong and its stems stay upright. Having this plant in such spaces also softens the environment, making the home feel less rigid and more welcoming. That comfort becomes the base for wealth energy to form and grow more easily. On the other hand, if you place the fragrant dracaena in a dark or poorly ventilated area, it will weaken quickly. Leaves lose color, stems may lean, and it becomes nearly impossible for the plant to bloom. This does not just affect the plant, it also makes that part of the home feel heavy, stuck, and drained of life, which in modern Feng Shui is a sign that needs correction right away. Simply moving the plant to a lightly lit, airy space can create immediate changes: deeper green leaves, stronger stems, and a noticeably lighter feeling in the surrounding area. When a fragrant dracaena flowers, it is a strong reminder that your home is on the right path in nurturing vital energy. This is the moment when prosperity energy begins to spread more freely, giving your important goals a real chance to succeed. Decisions around money, work, or family expansion are more likely to succeed during this rising energy phase. The flowering is not random, it is the result of a stable home environment, and that stability is exactly what supports the homeowner in moving into a stronger, more prosperous stage of life. The fourth plant, the night-blooming cereus. The night-blooming cereus is an introverted plant, thriving best in spaces with a calm rhythm and little disruption. Its soft stems, large water-retaining leaves, and preference for gentle light bring a peaceful energy to wherever it is placed. This plant forms its buds quietly, almost secretly, and will only begin to flower when conditions are just right: balanced humidity, clean air, and a stable environment. Because of this subtle process, even experienced plant owners are often surprised when a bud suddenly appears. Unlike other plants, it gives no obvious signs in advance. What makes the night-blooming cereus truly unique is that it blooms at night. Quietly, without drawing attention, the flower opens in stillness, almost as if waiting for the home to completely settle. Its scent is delicate but travels far in the still air, creating a refreshing, purified atmosphere without needing any forceful actions. When it blooms, the room feels lighter and cleaner, and the people inside can sense a very gentle shift. Breathing becomes easier, the space feels more relaxing, and any built-up stress begins to melt away naturally. This plant prefers quiet, undisturbed locations, places with soft light and minimal movement. A small table near a north-facing window or a calm corner with little foot traffic is ideal. These spots help the plant maintain a steady rhythm, avoiding harsh sun that could damage its leaves or turbulent airflow that could disrupt its growth. When placed in such calm environments, the night-blooming cereus grows more steadily, its leaves become thicker and richer in color, clear signs it is moving closer to flowering. In contrast, noisy areas or spots with heat-producing devices or changing airflow patterns will slow the plant's growth. Sudden sounds, high temperatures from electronics, or frequent door openings can cause the buds to drop, weaken the leaves, or prevent the plant from blooming for a long time. This sensitivity to its environment reflects a core principle of applied Feng Shui. Where energy is chaotic, life energy struggles to blossom. That is why keeping the plant's location consistent is one of the most important ways to help it thrive. When the night-blooming cereus finally flowers, it is not only a beautiful visual moment, but also a sign that the rhythm of your home has entered a rare state of balance. Its nighttime bloom feels like a gentle reminder that the household might benefit from more quiet moments, less unnecessary noise or pressure. After the flower opens, the space often becomes more peaceful. Family relationships ease, and emotional connections grow deeper. The soft energy that the flower brings helps maintain a serene atmosphere, laying the foundation for a more stable and grounded life for everyone in the home. The fifth plant, the peace lily. The peace lily is known for bringing balance to a living space, thanks to its deep green leaves and pure white blooms. Unlike plants that take years to mature, the peace lily grows at a steady pace, holds moisture well, and adapts easily to a variety of lighting conditions. However, its flowers do not appear easily. They only bloom when the plant receives the right kind of attention from its surroundings. clean air, moderate light, and breathable soil. This difficult-to-bloom nature makes its flowering a meaningful indicator of a healthy living environment. When the peace lily begins to bloom, it signals that your home has reached a rare state of purity and freshness. The white flower not only adds a soft touch to the room, but also brings a sense of calm, as if the stress of the day has been gently softened. This plant is especially helpful in homes with air conditioning or limited ventilation, as it can absorb fine particles and excess moisture from the air. The blooming reflects that purifying process. When the air is clean, the flower appears. And when the flower appears, the overall quality of life often improves. Issues like restless sleep, fatigue, or emotional heaviness tend to fade as the flower brings in a sense of clarity and peace. The peace lily thrives best in areas of the home that need balance and calm. Corners that require visual softness, next to bookshelves, near items that create visual stress, or in dry zones that lack humidity are all great choices. In these places, the plant helps harmonize the space. The green leaves soften harsh lines. The white flower adds a gentle highlight, and the plant's presence supports smooth airflow without blockage or tension. This is where the peace lily shines, bringing natural balance, flow, and comfort to any room. On the other hand, placing the peace lily in direct sunlight or near heat sources like ovens, stovetops, or heating lamps will quickly dry out its leaves. When that happens, the leaves lose their shine, the tips dry out, and the plant weakens significantly, making it nearly impossible to bloom. Strong ventilation areas, like directly under fans or air vents, are also not ideal because the plant needs steady moisture in the soil and air. Simply moving it to a softly lit, mildly breezy spot will allow the plant to recover quickly, absorb energy more efficiently, and get closer to blooming. When the peace lily blooms, its deeper meaning lies in the cleansing energy it brings to the entire space. The white flower appears only when the air is pure, and that directly impacts the family's daily rhythm. Words become gentler, the atmosphere stabilizes, and situations that used to cause tension become easier to manage. The energy of the home shifts into a soft, steady state, creating the perfect foundation for long-term stability. Though the peace lily blooms rarely, each time it does, it serves as a gentle signal that it is time to reorganize your lifestyle, reduce stress factors, and restore harmony so that your household can enter a more sustainable and prosperous phase. The sixth plant, the snake plant. The snake plant stands out for its unique structure. Its tall, upright leaves are thick and sturdy, giving any space a sense of strength and resilience. Biologically, the plant stores energy in its leaves and roots and maintains moisture at a slow pace, allowing it to survive even in harsh conditions. However, this tough nature is also why it rarely flowers. The snake plant will only bloom once its roots are fully stable, its foliage has matured completely, and the surrounding environment has stayed undisturbed for a long period of time. That is what makes its flowering such a rare and valuable event in applied Feng Shui. When the plant is preparing to bloom, thin flower stalks begin to appear from the base of the leaves and grow upward along their own vertical path. This moment is often accompanied by a feeling that the space has become clearer, as the strong form of the plant combines with the elegance of the flower stalk to create a subtle but balanced contrast, giving the room a new sense of clarity. The snake plant's flowers are usually white or pale yellow, and they open in small vertical layers. With each bloom, the room's energy seems to rise one more level, not in a dramatic burst, but in a calm, gentle expansion. It is a delicate transformation, but an easy one to feel, because it directly affects the physical environment. The room feels more open, the heaviness lifts, and any sense of clutter in the layout begins to fade. The snake plant is most effective in places where structure and clarity are needed. Areas that tend to feel visually chaotic or filled with small, scattered items benefit greatly from its upright form, which visually anchors the space and reduces that feeling of disorder. Another great placement is next to quiet, grounding furniture like wooden cabinets, reading chairs, or a small corner near a northeast-facing window, where the light is soft and consistent. In these spots, the plant not only grows well but also brings life back into corners of the home that are often forgotten or feel suffocating. Avoid placing the snake plant in persistently damp, poorly ventilated, or unstable humidity zones. Areas near washing machines, sinks, water-damaged walls, or around appliances that constantly release steam can cause the plant to lose its firmness. When the leaves go soft, the plant no longer stands tall, and the strong, steady energy it once gave to the space disappears. Just moving it to a location with consistent light, not too bright, and without sudden changes, will quickly restore its sharpness and vitality. Looking back at these 6 extraordinary plants, it becomes clear that they are not just here to beautify your home. Each one carries its own unique language of growth. Some require deep stillness, others call for long-term stability, some reflect the purity of the air, and a few only bloom when the space reaches a rare state of complete balance. Their blooming is never random. It is the result of a living environment gradually reaching harmony, where energy flows at the right rhythm, light is distributed mindfully, and the daily pace of the household is steady, not rushed, not chaotic. That is the true value of caring for these rare blooming houseplants. Not because we are waiting for a miracle, but because we are cultivating a space that nurtures vitality, a place where each family member can feel at ease, connected, and at peace every single day. Before you go, leave a powerful affirmation in the comments below to invite positive energy into your space. Prosperity energy is flowing into every corner of my home. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you can continue this journey with us, where every new insight helps your home grow stronger in energy and richer in abundance.